If you've watched any of my other videos and you got good overall information about AEO, you might be wondering how to get started. Then this video is for you. I'm Susan Joy Schlief, a certified AEO specialist, and today I'm going to tell you about 3 important steps to begin your AEO journey. You can start preparing to implement AEO without needing to hire a consultant yet. In this video, I'll show you a few steps that you can take to prepare by tweaking your online brand, both personal and business brand, and your website. But before I dive into that training, please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. This is important information, and at this point there are still not very many people teaching good, trustable information about AEO. When you subscribe, you'll let Google and YouTube know that they should share this video with more people. One of the most important things you can do first is to find out how AI is currently evaluating your website, your content, and your personal and company brand, as well as a comparison with your competitors. This should include having someone run an AEO report on your website. I recommend that you also look at your website traffic using Google Analytics or a similar tool. It's important to know where you're starting from so that you'll be able to measure the improvement you get from implementing AEO. Here are a few paragraph snippets from an AEO report that I ran recently for a prospect. I know the print is pretty small, so I'll just summarize that first paragraph for you. It said, my prospect has strong legacy content, but the AI platforms increasingly reward entity-heavy brands with structured comparison and FAQ ecosystems, and that those competitors are becoming the default recommendations for AI. The executive summary section of the report says your competitors are capturing high-intent search phrases used in AI answers, while my prospect's site was winning mainly on legacy named program queries rather than broader discovery queries like best program or best app. In other words, the AI was only recommending his site when searchers specifically typed in the name of one of his programs. Another section of the report gave my prospect an AI visibility score of 58 out of 150, making his brand competitive but rather vulnerable. And it estimated that he was conservatively losing 6,000 to 22,000 impressions per month at a monthly opportunity cost of anywhere between $9,000 and $38,000. Now, those numbers were specific to the prospect for whom I ran that AEO report, but this should give you an idea of the type of detailed information such a report can provide you. Keep in mind, these are just a few small snippets from a 38-page report. Prospects that I work with can also receive a checklist of steps that they can take to get started when working with me. Once you've established a baseline and perhaps also chosen a path of implementation steps, the next step is to check on your website schema. Some websites already have schema uploaded to the code section of the site, but many websites are missing this important ingredient completely. AI relies heavily on an accurate schema to properly interpret what is on your website. You can think of the schema as a machine-readable map that helps AI interpret the information on your website. If you go to schema.org, which is a free available site to the public, you will see that there are many different specialized versions of schema. For instance, for e-commerce sites or software as a service sites or healthcare delivery sites. But in general, this diagram we're looking at should help to explain how schema works to make a website more easily interpreted by AI. In this image, you can see several examples of different types of web pages that would use different types of schema to identify the categories of information on their website. We have a recipe site with labels for ingredients, time, and calories as examples. Then we have a product site with price, availability, and reviews. And finally, there's an example of an event site that contains information like date, time, and location. And here you can see how the schema for a recipe site would label the various categories of information. When someone enters a question, perhaps looking for a good recipe site, or maybe asking about a specific recipe, the AI begins searching for an answer by viewing website content that contains the expected and well-labeled information. And when it finds a good match, it will display that answer for the viewer. The third item I'll mention today is speakable schema. If you're going to have your web manager upload a new schema file, you may want to also add speakable schema. I talked about the importance of this in another video, but I'll just reshare those statistics here to remind you why it's so important. 55% of people prefer to use voice requests over keyboard entry, but only 0.03% of websites currently include speakable schema. In this video, we've looked at the importance of running an AEO report about your current brand evaluation, and I explained the importance of having the correct schema on your website, hopefully including speakable schema. In my next video, I'll show you some other tasks you can start working on for yourself that won't even require any help from your web manager. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, please take a look in the description below this video to check out the information about my mini course, How AI is Changing the Game for Online Visibility and Traffic. I'll soon be charging at least $97 for this course, but right now you can use the link below to enroll for free. The only catch is you have to use it or lose it. If you complete the course in 10 days, you'll retain access to it for life. But don't worry, it should only take you about 20 minutes total to finish all 3 lessons. So just scroll down in the video description to click on the link and then enter your name and email address to register for the mini course. Thanks for watching this video and happy learning!